Writing single CSV header with Pandas. I'm passing data into lists and using Pandas to frame and write to an CSV file. First, my data is taken into a set where INV, name, and date are all lists with numerous entries. Then I use concat to concatenate each iteration through the datasets I pass through to a CSV file like so. The counter equals true statement resides outside of my iteration loop for all the data I'm passing, so it's not overwriting every time. So this means it only runs once through my data to grab the first df set, then concats it thereafter. The problem is that even though counter is only true the first round and works for my first if statement for df, it does not work for my writing to file. What happens is that the header is written over and over again, regardless to the fact that counter is only true once. When I swap the header equals false for when counter is true, then it never writes the header. I think this is because of the concatenation of df holding onto the header somehow, but other than that I cannot figure out the logic error. Is there perhaps another way I could also write a header once and only once to the same CSV file?
It's hard to tell what might be going wrong without seeing the rest of the code. I've developed some test data and logic that works. You can adapt it to fit your needs. Please try this. Alternatively, you can concatenate all of the data in the loop and write out the data frame at the end. If your code cannot be made to conform to this API, you can forego writing the header into _CSV altogether. You can detect whether the output file exists and write the header to it first if it does not.
I found the same problem. Pandas data frame to CSV works fine if the data frame is finished and no need to do anything beyond any tutorial. However, if our program is making results and we are appending them, it seems that we find the repetitive header writing problem. In order to solve this, consider the following function. If the file does not exist, we use write mode and header is equal to header list. When this is false and the file exists, we use append and header change to 0. The function receives a simple dictionary as parameter. In my case, I used. Using the function form ipython console several times produces expected result. CSV generated. Let me know if it helps. Happy coding!
Just add this check before setting header property if you are using an index to iterate over API calls to add data in CSV file.